Hi, I'm Joe, and today we have a distinct special treat. So we're gonna discuss about Stacy's pita chips. Welcome to episode 3, Eating Things.
Zombie apocalypse.
Alright, so today we decided to look into these types of chips. Now, they're not your typical potato or a vegetable chip. It's bread, if you will, right? They call it an unleavened bread, meaning that it doesn't have any yeast. But they do make these small types of breads into chips in order for them to dip. So instead of dipping, since we're not focusing on that, I did buy one that has added flavors such as Parmesan, garlic, and herb. All right. So let's see how these chips tend to smell when you open the bag. Okay, it has a robust smell. You can smell the pita itself. It's a little bit, I don't want to say like a dry type of smell, but then the garlic and the herbs and the Parmesan cheese eventually rises right after the first aroma of the pita chip, right? So we're gonna look at this, and for those of you guys who are not too crazy about eating bread, and if you do enjoy bread, usually it has yeast. It makes it flavorful, like a loaf of bread, cut it into sandwiches or put garlic butter onto it. So we're gonna go ahead and pull out a chip. This is the way it looks like, right? And we're gonna take a taste and see, what it would reveal itself once we take a bite. It's tough, extremely crunchy. Let's pull out another one so we can look at the taste, the shape and size. Almost square form, rectangular, slightly bent. The Parmesan, garlic, and herb is very light, not too strong. You basically primarily taste the bread more compared to the others. When it comes to the first bite, it's impressive, crunchy. The hardiness of the chip is very strong. A lot. Basically, you're eating dried bread, right? I'm not used to that because I'm used to the other chips, vegetables such as, but it's weird because it doesn't have any yeast. I mean, what's so different from corn? Now, the bread, of course, is made of flour, right? So if I were to look into the ingredients, it has enriched flour, and basically, well, it's bread. I can't say it's corn. I can't say it's potatoes or carrots or any other vegetable, right? Or fruit. So it's bread. 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 Trust me. Shouldn't talk with my mouth. The food in it. It's baked. It has no artificial colors or flavors. Low saturated fat. Bread. I guess this is more about acquiring taste. I don't usually eat bread. Flavored bread unless I'm eating a meal. And if you want to make a comparison of a unleavened bread, it would be tortillas or tortillas. Okay, so this chip is not a fun chip. It's not a chip where you would get together with friends and family and watch a horror flick or a comedy flick. All right, this is more sophisticated. It has more style. This reminds me as if you were to go and have dinner with a business partner or a spouse or a date, and they put these kind of, or place this kind of chips on the table while you wait for your steak or lobster or something like that. So this is a very sophisticated type of pita chip. So remember, it's a type of bread, it's unleavened, which means it doesn't have any yeast, right? And it's compared to like a tortilla or flatbread, but certain flatbreads do have yeast. So if it's a fun chip, no it is not. Now, is it a sophisticated chip? Yes it is, right? If I were to rate it between 1 being the least and 9 being the best, excuse me, I would say this would be like around 6, maybe pushing it to 7. All right. Now, if you wanted to enjoy this type of pita chips, then Stacy's pita chips. This is more like if you have an assignment or work. It's like, it seems to me that you don't want to eat any ordinary chips, but you want something that's fulfilling, not empty, and you're focusing on your studies or watching a documentary, right, or doing some research. I think this will go really well along with that. That's why I call it this type of chips or pita chips sophisticated. So I give it about 6 to 7 rating. It fluctuates in between. It is an acquiring taste. Now the taste or the seasonings that they have on there, whether it's Parmesan, garlic, and herb, if it's your cup of tea, then you might want to take advantage of it. But I would imagine that Stacy's pita chips probably have other types of flavors. But the bread, the smell of the bread, the taste of the bread is very heavy. It is thick. It is extremely crunchy, and I do enjoy it, but not as something for entertaining. This is more like if I needed to focus, maybe like on a test or a quiz, that type of chip. Or if not, if you're going on a date, you know, depending the type of restaurant you go, you know, sometimes they provide you some chips or some bread or any type. That's what reminds me of it. So this is a really good pita chip from Stacy. So I strongly recommend that you buy one, test it out, you know, maybe you have a difference of opinion, you know, make sure you put your experience under comments and share with us. So with that being said, this is Joe signing off. Thanks for watching.